Annyeong and welcome to Hallyujuku, starring Brandon Cooper and myself, Petey Rave. This is episode 57. Come at me proper, or don't come at me at all. Enjoy! Buenos nachos, amigos! Welcome to another fine episode of Hallyujuku. I am Petey Rave. Your man with no plan. Here with me, as always, is my buddy Brandon Cooper, aka King Kaz. How you doing, Kaz?
What's up? That's all I got.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. I've fucking added a myriad of things for us to talk about, right? And amongst those things, I forgot to mention. I just scrolled past it. Last week, I tried to put a fucking Doki video in my what I've been listening to, and right when we start the show, guess what happened? Disappeared. You know what happened? Like a few hours after we stopped, and I'll say the next day, video was posted.
Because they hate us.
Like you sons of bitches, and now I can't find it.
Oh, it's on our K-pop. I'll put it in the show notes at some point. I'll throw that in there for everybody. The Doki Riach Biatch I'm Riach. Biatch I'm Riach. Skirt. When he just throws in that skirt, like Doki. But yeah, we are here with another fantastic, I think, jam-packed episode of stuff here. Jam-packed episode of Hallyujuku. We're gonna get started. Talk about what's new. Kaz, what's new? Mm-hmm. There's one thing that we're both gonna be hyped about what's new with No Mercy, right? Yeah. So me and Petey have been watching the reality boy group show No Mercy over on Mnet's YouTube channel. Oh, no, it's on 1-K. It's on 1-K, but Mnet puts up like some of the performances and other stuff. And they just finished up an episode of their team performances, which was episode 7. Episode 8 is out right now as we're recording this, so you can also go and watch that. But we're going to specifically talk about what happened in episode 7, because I feel like it got weird here at this moment. Yes.
So episode 7, what happened is they come into this setup of having to be split into 2 teams of 5 and do a singing performance and a dancing performance. Yeah,
the singing performance is on episode 6, and then episode 7, they kind of split it up, so episode 7 was all about the performance stage.
And I think of the 2 types of performances that they did, the singing was, for both groups, in my opinion, were kind of okay. You know, I didn't really feel either of them were weak, but I didn't really feel like either was super duper strong in their showing in the singing performance. I think the right team got the better judgment in that, which is the team we're showing right now. Team what is it? Seguero. Okay. Which has Shotgun. And I can't remember some of the other guys who's in that part with Shotgun. But when we get to the dance performances, right? The dance performance, especially the dance performance with Shotgun, who, by his own admission and everyone else's, was one of the worst dancers. They put in so much fucking work, and their performance to me was fucking phenomenal. Like,
and creative, yeah.
It's so fucking creative, so blow out of the water with this like mad scientist and these robots. The fucking tempo, which fucking I cannot think of the kid's name. I've praised him before and I cannot think of his name. Who's so well known for changing up the beats to the songs that he's gonna do and changing the composition, which he is really fucking good at. Like, this is like the 3rd time that he's done that, and because he's done that, he's had such a strong performance in changing up the composition. Because I think he also changed up the composition to their singing as well. And he just has such a mind for the composition of how a song should roll, for his style and what he's going to do on stage, which really, really is one of the other big things that helped them, was his way that he composed this to be performed for them.
Uh-huh.
And I just thought this performance was really fucking phenomenal. Now, the other team's performance was good. I thought it was really good. And we showed them, we showed one then the other. It was the other way around on the show.
Yeah.
You see Jamin's
Ojangnam.
You see their performance first. And their performance is really fucking good. It's really powerful. A lot of fucking powerful moves. A lot of fast. A lot of acrobatic kind of shit that went on in this thing. And like by the end, they were fucking dead, man. But they put it all out there. Like I'll give it to them. They put it all out there for this performance. But I mean, for me, I feel like the other team should have took this 2-0.
Yeah.
Like, when it really came down to it. And I just felt like the judges felt so bad because both performances were really good that they were like, oh, we can give them this point, but we're still going to fucking rip somebody from their team.
Yeah, I think it was like, I think it's honestly, it was like, all right, let's give let's give the performance round to them so that we can still have suspense as to who won the whole thing over.
Right.
Because if you give both of them, it's like, all right, you lost, you won this round, you lost, and then like that just kind of compacts and makes it kind of wrap up a little underwhelmingly. Even though it's more accurate to say that, but I think it was kind of, they booked it to, okay, you guys can, it was close enough that we can give it to you. It's like judgment decision. We can give you that win so that we can say it's 1-1, we can say it's 1-1 so that there's suspense for the final announcement of the overall winner. But it's just, I felt the wrestling thing.
It was very showy to me to give the other team a point. And then still be like, well, you lost. You know what I'm saying? Because of your singing performance. Like, well, if the singing performance was really all that mattered, and then you give them 1-1 on both sides, like, because then that's, like, at that point, you should go, well, you lost the dancing, and you lost the singing, so we're going to take one from you and one from you. Like, so somebody gets sent home from both teams. At that point, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so, at that point, it was so bullshit. Just give the other team both points and be like, you clearly lost, but you really performed your fucking asses off. But because you clearly lost, somebody has to go home.
Yeah.
That would have made so much more sense to me than to go, we're going to give you a point anyway because we feel bad for you, but then we're still going to send one of your fucking people home and make you feel even worse.
Yeah.
Like, it was just so, like, TV at that moment.
Yeah.
Where I had been with this show up until that point that happened. Even the point where K-Will gets up and goes away for like 10 minutes so the fucking dudes could like have an emotional outpour on stage, Like,
which was an interesting moment. And I have to say, I can't help but think that my thought was like, I wonder if what I'm thinking it was probably just that he had to pee. And then like, oh wait, they're and then they just happen to record all this going on while in the moment it's like, oh wait, I'm gonna have to pee. Hold on.
Let me ask you this really quick before you go into your next thing, right? Were you surprised by who was sent home?
I don't think that I'm surprised. I'm trying to. Right now. I'm frantically looking up the guy's name because. Let's see. I'm trying to look up the guy's name because as soon as I see him, I'll recognize it. But yeah, I don't know if I'm necessarily surprised because it's hard because you try to pick out one person from that team that should go home or one person from that team that maybe was a weak person, and it's hard to say any of them were. Mm-hmm. But and I think it's Minkyun.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. I wasn't necessarily surprised because I think he has his really good points and he has his weaker points that I think that have been brought out during the show. And also, I wasn't surprised because they telegraphed it early in the fucking episode. Because they said they spent, I don't know, how was it, like 10 minutes with several people talking about how, man, Minkyun's the guy that I really want to debut and work with. Man, I love Minkyun. Minkyun's my boy. Minkyun. They didn't have anybody else. They didn't talk about anybody else. It was like, I don't know how long. It was like,
can I say this, right?
You're going to tip your hand that obviously. So I wasn't surprised by the moment, and I also kind of wasn't really surprised that he was the one.
I've been waiting for him to get sent home.
Yeah. I think it's tough, because I think he has skills, but he has this...
he has some skills, but he has a lot of weaknesses.
Yeah. Come back home!
Yeah. One of them being the way in which he chooses to sing, which he's been told about multiple times not to, like, choose to sing that way.
Yeah.
And I mean, he seems like a really good, like they said, I mean, I'm going to reiterate what they said. He seems like a really nice, cool, genuine kid. But it wasn't there for me since episode 1. And I was so surprised that he made it this far in the episode.
I think of I'm surprised. Yeah. I'm surprised. It was a matchup thing, too, with how he lasted the kind of the pairings.
Yeah.
Because I think and I still am not certain he necessarily lost to Yusu in that kind of the because him being the high note guy and the other guy being the low note guy. But yeah, I mean, I wasn't surprised that he was the guy that was going to be sent home, and B, when they actually announced the elimination, I wasn't surprised because God damn it, you tipped your hand. Like, you cannot have tipped your hand more obviously. No mercy.
It was kind of funny. Like, it was kind of funny because you take fucking Johnny and you go, who do you want to debut with? And up to this point, you would probably think, oh, he's probably going to say Shotgun.
Yeah.
And he says, Mickey. And I went, the fuck? like I legitimately slid back from my desk, like, what? No, honey, no. Like,
oh, honey,
that ain't what you've been showing me this whole time. So why are you showing me this now? Then you get to realize somebody's going to go home. Oh,
yeah. Tip your hand. Foreshadowing. You're not fooling anybody you want to see. But yeah, it was some phenomenal performance, and I'm looking forward to checking out episode 8. See what's going on.
Yeah.
Quickly, what did you think of the whole, like, oh, we're going to bring in another rapper? Because we just noticed we don't have that many rappers. I mean,
right.
We just noticed.
All right. The way it initially went was, the words out of K. Will's mouth was, we have enough rappers. Right?
Yeah.
So that made me think, oh, so Shotgun, Johnny, and I think there's one more rapper left.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, these guys are safe. You're done with that. And I thought, like, that meant, like, all right, so that means now it's focused down on the singers. Like y'all motherfuckers got to get up, get out, and get something, like, or you going home.
Yeah.
But then he's like, we're going to bring in another guy, which I'm assuming is going to be another rapper?
Yeah. I think he said, like, something like, we don't have... No, he actually said, like, we don't have that many rappers. We don't have enough rappers. And I'm like, reading the subtitles, I'm like, you didn't notice that when it was 4-8 ratio?
Right.
You notice that now? It's like that's,
but I at the same time, I guess that's giving us that insight on it's probably going to be 2 rappers, 3 singers in this group, you know?
But we have
for them to want to for them to be bringing in another guy to finish out their competition, which at this point I'm thinking is probably just going to be 10 episodes.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, that's No Mercy. I'm excited. I'm excited. And we'll go check out the episode 8. We're gonna do that as soon as we're done with this. But we got a lot of stuff to cover, so let's move on. What's I had to ask you okay, so now what's new with you music wise? Let me know what's new with you.
Biatch on Riach? No. I stole this one from one of our other sections of the show, but I just had to talk about it because my girl Hyuna is back with 4 Minute, with their song Cold Rain, which is definitely a darker look style wise for 4 Minute.
Mm-hmm. And a ballad.
At first, I didn't think. Yeah, a ballad
title track,
which they've done 1 or 2 before, but yeah,
not as a title track though.
Yeah, not as a title track. But initially I was a little kind of, oh, really? But I gave the song its chance and I listened to it and I was like, I'm not mad. Like, I like this, you know?
Yeah, it's nice. It's like dreamy. It's a little, you know, it's a ballad. Of course, it has a rap part because they got to give Hyuna something to do.
Right. It also has that look of that fucking 2NE1 video.
Yeah.
And another video that I can't think of at the moment.
Or A-Pink's LUV.
Yeah.
That like hazy, dreamlike look while everybody's staring off in the distance.
Right, looking like they're going to go to a fucking funeral.
Yeah, it's like, but looking fabulous at the same time. It's like,
definitely.
You are either they're either too depressed to be too depressed to be at the party they're dressed for, or dressed too flashy for the funeral they're going to. It's one of those things. But yeah, it was a cool song. I liked it. And I'm looking forward to, because this is apparently they're going to promote with 2 title tracks. So this is the one, and I imagine the other one's going to be a different thing. And again, also they kind of broken away from their Brave Sound stuff with this. So we'll see what they do with their other title track. Not that they don't make great stuff with Brave Sound, but having some variety is always good.
Definitely. I definitely agree with that. And I think that's the other thing that surprised me, because we had talked about it. We were like, you're probably going to get a Brave Brothers track. Can't be mad. It's 4 Minute. You know what I'm saying? But we didn't initially, and it's a surprise, but it's a surprise in such a good way. Loving it. Love the girls from 4 Minute. Much respect. Moving on to my next song.
Moving on.
This one is a dance clip because I didn't feel like looking for the video, and I thought the dance clip was pretty fun, from Big Flow, which is a group we've been hearing from in the past year or so. And me and you tend to generally like these kind of dance clippy, fun things.
Dance.
And I thought the song was actually kind of silly and fun.
Bad Mama Jamma.
Yeah.
Bad Mama Jamma.
Yeah, I knew you would kind of get a kick out of it. And I just love their performance. Like they're so performing to the song, you know, like it's such a fun, silly song, and the style of the dance and choreography and everything is just goes with it so well.
Yeah, I like a good high energy song. Like everything from like this, I love Block B stuff. I loved 2 p.m.'s last song, and like anytime you can kind of bring the energy, I'm to surprise. I think surprise to a lot of people. I am not a teenage girl. So the whole dreamy Korean boys just looking serious and depressed and sad, not always my thing. It usually takes an exceptional song to get me to kind of really get interested. But when you can give a high energy, fun song to just dance and sing along to, then I think you kind of win me over. Obviously, they're not necessarily trying to win me over, but I'm just saying this is kind of the stuff that usually wins me over music wise, especially when it comes to boy groups. Yeah.
And can I say, I always love in these dance practice videos that, especially for the Korean groups, they look like they just came from the movies. Yeah. Like, they always look like they just, like, oh man, that was a great movie. Oh, we need to practice dancing. Let's just do it right now. Not change clothes. Like,
yeah, no.
Like, let's just perform it in what we got on.
Yeah. Well, it's always interesting. Like it's always one of two things. And I put the music video, but it's always one of two things. They're either dressed casually with effort because they want to look like it's a casual dance practice, but they dressed up in something other than the stuff they've been sweating in for the past 10 hours. Or it's literally the stuff they've been sweating in for the last 10 hours. And usually, those are the ones that you see where they still have their signs that because those are literally the ones that they send out to the music shows in order to help the music shows figure out how to shoot the performance. Like,
can you go back to the beginning, because that vitamin water ad right in the beginning. Like, hold on, she walks. You see them? You see? Just pause it.
Yo, cheers, vitamin water.
Like, what the? Was I supposed to be looking at the girl or the vitamin water? The 19 vitamin water bottles you put in the fucking 10 seconds of the beginning of the video. Like, are you serious right now?
This show not sponsored by vitamin water.
Right. It's worse than the fucking dude at the fucking LCS thing this weekend who fucking during an interview goes, "Oh, my HTC phone is going off." like, are you? The dude who interviewed him looked at him like, "Did you just fucking do that? Did you? Of all the things you was gonna do, you did that right now. You son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch." It just goes back to the why doesn't MTV play music videos anymore? Video that I don't know if y'all have seen. You haven't seen it, check it out.
More vitamin, just casually holding vitamin water, because that's what you go to a secret bar that has all these liquors on the fucking
here have some vitamin water.
So egregious.
and let's be honest, when it comes to music videos, cost money. Damn it.
Yes.
So, you got to get that money somehow. It's the only way you're going to get this music video made.
We went to a secret bar that you need a password to get into that has a sliding fucking peephole, and we're going to drink vitamin water.
I mean, to be honest, this is probably like one of those, like, secret bars that are like they have in San Francisco where the password is like something you just read off of the Yelp page. And like they serve like semi-good cocktails, but all the waiters dress in like old-timey garb, and it's supposed to be an experience, and all the hipsters love it.
Right.
So you know what? Let's not give that bar that much mystique. But yeah, vitamin water.
Man, that fucking derailed us. Okay,
yes. All right, moving on to what's new with me. A couple of things that caught my attention this week. Yeah. One random thing, I think, it's not so sad anymore. It has two backers. What I found what has to be the current leader, possibly. I don't know. I haven't seen other ones. Current contender, I'm going to say, for the saddest little Kickstarter in existence right now.
Thomas the Tank Engine.
No. Idol Adventure. Supposed to be a K-pop idol mobile RPG.
Yes.
It is. They're asking for 2,000 New Zealand dollars, so about $1,600. They have two backers, and they have 21 days to go.
Neither one of them are us. Just for those out there who are wondering and going, there are two people hosting this show, and they're talking about no. I'm gonna put that out there right now.
Yeah. I will say, because here's the thing. Okay, so I'll talk about the little thing, and you talk about what you told me. Idol Adventure is a mobile RPG game where you play as an aspiring K-pop idol. What is that punctuation and capitalization? Whatever. About this project, Idol Adventure is a fun RPG game. RPG game for mobile where you play as a trainee in some kind of Pokemon ripoff game and grow as a person into becoming the next big idol. Look at that. I mean, come on. I mean, I know it hasn't been made yet. I know that, it's hard to develop a game, but you should try. Okay, whatever. Idle Adventure will be free to play. No shit. The more money we can raise, the more quality fun features. You're talking about customizations, hat, necklace, hairstyle, head accessory, top arm accessory. Okay, so it's easy to kind of jump on this and kind of poke fun. But at the end of the day, this is somebody who wants to do something interesting and fun and has a creative endeavor. And I say, you know what? That's really cool. Good for you. But now we're going to make fun of you. But no, we're not going to make fun of it because we'll talk about it. It's hard because like this already exists. And probably in a format that is a little bit more conducive to success, which is the free-to-play micropayments.
So these, like, and this was the thing I told you that I knew you already knew. You just didn't know the depth of it, which is the part that I explained to you that caught your attention. But this has already existed for a long fucking time.
Because it existed in J-pop,
right? It's existed in J-pop. It's made a few crossovers to include some Korean kind of idolizations. Not to this extent of what this is by just straight out saying you're going to be a K-pop idol in this game. But there have been the Love Live series or whatever, which is an anime and video game series that is the same premise. Love Live moves on the same premise of it has a game where you play an idol and you work your way up. There have been American games that have done the same thing, like Popstar and things like that.
I may have downloaded School Idol Festival onto my phone before I had to turn it in to get it replaced. I'd show you, but I have to I went and replaced them without smartphone. But
there's Project Idol where you play a manager of an idol group and trying to take them from like a busking idol group in the streets to performing in the Tokyo Dome and on stage and doing all these other kinds of things and stuff like that. But yeah, there's has been these myriad of games, and like Petey said, it's existed for so long that it's already the free-to-play styling of things because it has hit its cash grab at this point. And I'm not necessarily saying that these people aren't going to add anything new to the genre, but you also have to understand the stuff that came before you. And there seems to be a misunderstanding of the stuff that came before you with this. Yeah. And this is what happens with new fans of any kind of genre is they want to do something fun and creative because they're fans of this genre. They have some kind of skill that they want to add. Like me and Petey, we're doing a podcast about K-pop. There are other podcasts about K-pop. There are other podcasts about
shows that probably are that do better formatting than our show. That is more conducive to the genre, but yeah.
Like I may dislike reaction videos, but it's a really big thing and it has existed for a long time in the YouTube format and in other formats of people watching videos and reacting to them. And kind of in a sense, what we've been listening to is almost that, but we formatted it into a style that we liked. And we already knew that those things existed, and we just didn't want to exactly do that. We didn't want to sit here in the beginning of the show, watch a music video and be like, oh yeah, we are talking about these things because we know of them. A lot of the reaction videos, most of the time, tend to be people who are new to K-pop or whatever, or people who just kind of react to like the same videos over and over. And a lot of the top videos, a lot of the stuff that you're already going to know, the stuff that you're looking for, which is kind of how they get their niche, is like you're looking for that new 4-minute video. So you type in that new 4-minute video, you might click on the first one and it's a reaction video because, that's what's coming from your country. So it's going to put it to the top kind of thing. All these other kind of things that just go into that myriad of things. But for me and Petey, we know that other K-pop podcasts exist. We know all that stuff is there. We're just putting our own flavor on it in the stylings of what is there. Like one of the big things that we pay a lot of respect and homage to in doing this is Asian Junkie and Eat Your Kimchi, who have been doing it for years as well before us and will continue to do it. You know what I'm saying? It's just having an understanding of that and then putting your own styling on it. And this just seems to be from the mindset of, oh man, I'm a K-pop fan and I like making games. I'm going to make a game dedicated to K-pop and it's going to be so cool and hip and new. And it's not new, but you could still be cool and hip. But you really, really, really have to come out really creative. And like Petey said, you instantly look at that thing and it makes you think about Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
And, you know, it's one of those things where in the mobile format, maybe not the best. I think at this point, I think we decided nobody likes on-screen, anything you have to do on-screen controls for. Like,
right. A lot of those Japanese games that really do well are usually textile-based. And, kind of quick action. I mean, there are some action adventure-y fucking games for phones that come out of Japan, but a lot more context-based, like Petey said.
So,
like,
let's see. But not to pile on. Just somebody trying to do a little thing, and you know what? There's nothing wrong with that.
No,
you just want to make sure do something creative. And
yeah, and in a sense, we're saying go check it out. And if it's something you feel, it's something that you feel has heart, go ahead and back it. Like, definitely, like, prove us fucking wrong. Like,
yes.
You know, but it's just our 2 cents on that thing. Yeah. You know.
Yeah, at the end of the day, fighting.
Definitely.
But yeah, I'm gonna talk about some of the music that. Yeah, goddamn, actually, no. But yeah, I'm going to talk about a couple of stuff. But the main thing that was new for me this week was something that was highly anticipating. You know how much I love orange caramel.
Yes.
And one of the kind of one of the premier members, one of the most adorable, awesome girls on there. I love, Nana's fantastic. Freaking Reina is fantastic, but Lizzy is on another level. She's hilarious, adorable, and she has a really cool style, and she has a love for trot. And when I heard that she was gonna come out with a solo release, and there might be a trot release, I was excited.
Look, let's not beat around the bush. You've been talking about this for about 3 or 4 episodes now.
Yeah. So it's
this song has finally come out. Now, I will say, it wasn't out the gate exactly what I expected, because I'm used to what I have seen from what Daesung shows me of trot. But goddamn, this is goddamn good. I'm gonna that's my words on it. I'm gonna sit back now and let you have your moment.
Yeah, so this is Lizzy came out with Not an Easy Girl, Sueño Ja Anieyo, and it is a classic kind of what you would expect of a trot song, at least how I feel. I'm gonna talk about. I actually have some reservations that I'm gonna discuss in a moment, but it was fantastically fun. The kind of the singing was fantastic. Lizzy can do that kind of that trot twang really well. There's been discussed that the vibratos and the trot style singing really well. It's I think it's something. I don't know. It must be something about being from Busan, because like her and Eunji of A-Pink. If you've seen, I think I've seen a couple performances of her on. I haven't seen the whole show, but on Trot Lovers, she does that really well. I think it's just being from the countryside, being from Busan, which is the Atlanta.
Where's Daesung from?
Daesung? I don't know.
I'm Googling. Keep talking.
All right, you do that. But yeah, it is. So the song is really fantastic. The song is fun to listen to, and in that trot style. The video is really fun, because basically the video took a classic Korean film of an old folks tale. Song Kyung-hang, I believe, is the film. It's an old folks tale that was told in film form, and then Lizzy was kind of green screened onto it fairly well too. And it was a fun video, and it was a really cool kind of it fit the song so well. And it was so much fun. Okay. But I will have to say, I'm worried, because I've said that I enjoy trot. But my trot experience has been Lizzy, that the influences in Orange Caramel, and Daesung. Now, I worry if in saying that I love Trot because of these people, if that's me saying I love country after listening to Taylor Swift and Shania Twain. Because I also love Hong Jin Young. That is my concern right now.
No. God damn it. Oh, shit.
So I'm going to have to I'm going to have to go back and say, I don't know if I love Trot yet until I do some proper research and listening to it.
Oh,
because I don't want to be that person. It's like, I love country music. What do you listen to? Taylor Swift. Brad Paisley.
See, that, like, you just made me realize, like, holy shit, like, there's some Dolly Parton songs that, like, there's some, like, whatever. Love me some T-Swizzle. T-Swaggin' on the daily. And that all of a sudden just became so clear to me, where you're like, fucking Trot is like the country music,
Yeah.
And it's like, is that like saying I like Taylor's? Oh, fuck, son. I didn't even think about that. Because we've been sitting here like this whole time, like, oh my God, I love Trot. Like, fucking Trot is amazing. And you're right. We need to do more research. And Daesung is from Itaewon.
Uh-huh. He's Itaewon Freedom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which is a place I've been to. Lovely place. Love Itaewon. Wonju I like a little bit better because I fucking love Korean old people. I don't know what it is about them. As fucking xenophobic as they are, I just love me some old Korean people.
Ajushis and Ajumas are awesome and adorable.
Mm-hmm. Dude, you don't even understand the extent that as soon as I learned that, like when I was in Korea, my learning of Korean was at that, the upscale or whatever, and you're like, okay, cool. Now I understand that. Now I understand that. Now I understand that. When I got to Ajushi and Ajima, I was like, oh, fucking everyone is Ajushi and Ajima now. And somebody was like, don't call everyone Ajushi and Ajima. I was like, oh, but I want to.
Yeah. But yeah, we're going to educate ourselves. That's the plan. We're going to properly educate ourselves on some Trot.
Yeah. Yes.
But yeah,
that's Lizzy. What this show is all about. It's all about like learning how to be a proper fucking K-pop and J-pop fan, not how to be a fucking netizen and all that fucking dumb shit that people are fucking doing. None of that shit. Like, we're fucking proper fucking fans. We're doing our research, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. Learning ourselves.
But no, dude, the other thing that I fucking wanted to say was I loved the video choice. I loved that whole, like, doing the old movie style, like, fucking...
Yeah,
period piece. Yeah. Yes, because all right, I'm not gonna lie. Out the gate, it made me start thinking about being like a kid and watching kung fu flicks.
Yeah.
Which I know are Hong Kong and Chinese of that ilk. But I've watched some period things of Korean of like with Koreans in it as well. Like, not a lot, and some of them are usually like a dude from future goes back to past, or dude from past goes to future.
Yeah.
But there's always that kind of period thing in there. But I've watched some strict period stuff, and I like some of it, don't like other parts of it. But like, this was so fun with this song and like the little movie that went along with it. I thought it was so fucking cool, man.
Yeah.
Like, I just appreciated it so much, and like, it was just so silly. Like, and it kind of fit the song so well.
Yeah. And Lizzy is so adorable in it, and it's so fantastic. But yeah,
definitely.
But yeah, so other things that caught my attention this week.
Biatch on Biatch?
Biatch. So
I'm gonna be saying that for like 4 episodes.
Yeah.
Be ready, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes,
that's gonna be the thing you're gonna hear from me for a few more episodes.
So I was on our K-pop, and I stumbled upon this video from this artist called Japa. It's the song's called "I'd Go Isosa" or "I've Been." And it's a very cool video and song, very kind of interesting hip hop sound. Really gifted, smart rapper, and it has some really good emotion to it, and it was really nice, and it was a really nice song. The video was creative and simple, but effective.
Really simple.
Yes, it's basically a GIF, but you couple that with the fact that you have the the lyrics going across the screen,
which is a one to K-pop thing. Like if you're not subscribed, like this is our moment where we fucking try to get One to K-pop to sponsor the show. Yeah. If you're not subscribed to One to K-pop and you're a K-pop fan, you're doing yourself a fucking service.
Yeah,
go over to YouTube right now and subscribe to One to K, because it is one of the best assets in being a fan of the K-pop music. They put a lot of work into putting the videos up, and a lot of the times, like Petey is showing, they have the translations right then and there. You don't have to then go to another site, look up the words for a song if you want to know it. If you're not, if you're trying to kind of learn exactly what every verbalization and what every word meant, if you don't understand Korean as well. Like, I know Petey at this point understands it a little bit better than I do. So, like, I'm still looking at shit. But it's a really thing to have.
The cool subtitles. Yeah, those are really cool too. But yeah, what I was mainly talking about was you see kind of going back in the background, in Korean, the kind of the lyrics, because that's what I figured out. The lyrics are just kind of floating by, and that was something that you also see in the other video. So I'd also shared this video with you, and you shared a video with me that was also really cool. So this is I've known, and then additionally we also have Till the Night Is Over. Similarly, simple animation, just kind of repeats itself.
Yeah, and from the same artist too. It's not
the same artist. Japa Till the Night Is Over. Ibamiku na de Kaji. Kaji. I know Kaji.
Kaji.
But yeah, it's similar style, simple animation with the words kind of appearing on the screen. But kind of focuses on just the song itself more than anything, which and also saves money, but that's a whole other thing. But
I will say this: I saw this one before the one you sent to me, because as you know, usually when we're done with the show, depending on what day we do it, shit gets posted because we tend to record a little late at night here in America. So we usually run over into that time of like things getting posted in Korea, which then post here. I was watching this one, and I want to ask you if you had the same thing in watching this video for the first time, where I thought there was going to be more animation.
I thought like maybe he would like fall down, or maybe like the other chick would notice something, or
because I know you saw the other one first. So I thought like I was wondering if at some point you thought something else was supposed to happen. I was watching this one and I was like, okay, is he gonna get off the train? Is it no?
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, okay, the words are gone, and in this one I did notice, because it's a lot more right there in your face. The words on the screen, and not talking about the subtitles, but the words, the Korean words and stuff on the screen in the song. But yeah, no, I really enjoyed it as well. Like, I thought it was really cool. Like, I was gonna use it, but I figured you were gonna end up using it after you had sent me the link to the other one, so I didn't even worry about it. That's why I was like, oh, let me send him this other one just in case he hasn't seen it.
Yeah. And it's really cool because it does kind of illustrate what the song is about. It's kind of like that, just daily life, kind of just going through daily life and kind of the struggle and, working hard and like and that's where the image plays in, because it's kind of this endless, just being on the bus for what feels like forever. And it's like, I know that feeling because I take a 30-minute bus ride.
Oh yeah, I know that feeling.
Yeah. And sometimes you just fall asleep. But yeah, and I'm going to end my part, and we also have a couple extra videos after my part, but I'm going to end my part with something really cool and interesting. Something
way up through Japanese metal. It's a fun genre of music to listen to if you like any kind of rock.
I see a Vocaloid somewhere. I don't know what that's going on. But yeah. All right, so that's my music, and we're going to talk about something interesting that happened out in the ether. That necessarily wasn't for us, but we just kind of had to talk about it. Speaking of Brave Sound, we spoke about Brave Sound before. Brave Sound and I think a couple of other people decided to get together and collaborate and create this group and do a music project called One Punch.
Listen to it again?
Okay.
One Punch. They came out with 2 videos, an intro video and their actual release. Their intro kind of, this is who we are, called Nightmare. They'll be the Nightmare. And the song, Take Me Back, or Turn Me Back. They up and decided that they wanted to recreate Crisscross. And apparently nobody told them that Crisscross was dumb when it came out. But so therefore they didn't realize it would be extra dumb now. These videos are hilariously bad.
Oh yeah, no, they're pretty bad.
Like it's this 12-year-old kid and this poor soul who's 20 has actually been doing hip hop for a while now, and was actually, I think, was going to be on some other label. Was training under them before it kind of washed out, I guess, and came in here. So I guess he wasn't really that good to begin with. Because now he's stuck in this. Because they decided, hey, let's bring back early 90s hip-hop style. And which I understand. There are some elements to this that are kind of fun and cute and
there we go. Okay.
And silly in a fun way. But so much of this just doesn't land well. It just does not hold up. You have the Nightmare video where they're trying to act all hard, and then you have the Turn Me Back video. The golden tape.
Okay. Let me click on
what was your reaction seeing these videos?
This is the one time. All right, I just said how terrible I think reaction videos are. This is the one time I'm going to say go see people's reaction videos, because you're going to find out who's actually getting paid to make reaction videos and who's not.
Yeah.
This was I think all right. When BTS premiered and the vitriol that we put into BTS's initial kind of thing.
Yeah.
I am past that.
Past that. That's here. You're way over here.
Yeah, I was here with BTS. Like, I was like, really? Oh, god damn it. Fucking BTS. I'm here with this where I'm so confused. I'm not sure if I should be angry or sad. And it's not because they're Korean kids trying to do this. We've been over that 100 times. No. It is very specifically because they're trying to, do this, oh, let's bring back the 90s, because the 90s was cool, right? No, stop.
No.
They're out there, the first video, they're talking about Starter and fucking Tupac and Biggie and, all these things that I know that kid doesn't know about.
Yeah. Especially not the 12-year-old kid.
I know 20-year-olds that don't know Biggie and Pac. You know,
I don't know, and I think we're gonna meet our hero soon. Also,
I already saw him once.
Yeah, we're gonna meet our hero
in the
soon.
beginning where he's sitting, but I didn't like anything. I just genuinely didn't like anything about it. And this is what I'll say, right? BTS recently has been surprising both of us, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
The
Flavor Flav, like. There's a Flavor Flav in there. For this to come back from where it is to be at the point where BTS is for me now, where I am actually accepting of BTS now. Yeah. You know? Because there's shit in fucking Big Bang's, original catalog. There's shit in Big Bang's original catalog that I'm not super responsive to. You know what I'm saying? And I've come to learn that I'm not going to straight out shit on people on their initial... what they initially try to come out as, right? Because this could totally turn into something else down the line. This could totally turn into a 5-maker. God damn it, I got to the black guy. I can't look at him and fucking rant. Yeah. I can't do that.
But yeah, we could always say there's hope, but I don't know how much hope there is. But let's talk about the fact that the star of the video is a black dude who absolutely hates life, because he's a true hero. You have, God damn it, dude. I love it. It's like, dude was probably answering an ad for a hot K-pop group music video shoot, thinking it was gonna be "What's up?" twerking all over his dick, but got this mess instead. And you look at the guy, and I didn't notice it because I didn't notice him at first because we were just on our own thing this time. But when I first watched the video, I saw him playing his day, and I saw the look on his face playing his day, looking like, who the hell are these little Asian kids, and what the hell are they doing being crisscross all of a sudden? What did I sign up for?
Right.
Like, look on his face like, what's... Like, are you serious with this? Like, this shot right there, it has, are you serious with this? Written all over it. Like, homeboy is not feeling this. And, like, I see him and because when I see him, what they must have saw and seen is like, hey, a black guy, he's a perfect prop for a hip-hop video. And I'm looking at him, I was like, an older black guy. I guess he must be an executive of some kind.
I want to find out who this dude is. He has to be someone. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way that he is a fucking nobody.
Yeah, because that would be that they just got a random black guy, and this can't be that dumb. Because my immediate reaction is like,
he doesn't even fit into this fucking video concept.
He's a black dude in a
look
suit.
At them, and then look at him. The motherfucker is in a suit. He looks like a pastor. Whose pastor is that? He belongs in the First Church Tabernacle, 7th Street, leading of the choir. I can say this.
Building fund.
Fucking building fund.
He needs to be asking for building
Baptist. Fund. Like,
he needs to be walking around collecting a building fund.
What?
And it's so hilarious. Like, my first reaction was like, hey, I wonder what exactly it's like, because he's looking like Randy Jackson and shit, like how Randy Jackson looks when he like pops up in like a hip young video, like where he's not hip and young at all, but you know he's there because he probably wrote the music and is responsible for how hip it sounds, because he knows the music and that he's responsible for that. But I don't know who this dude is.
I don't know either. Somebody please, either somebody over in the Asian Junkie article or somebody tweet at me or at Petey and be like, yo, this is who homeboy is. Like please. We need that in our lives. Shout out to Asian Junkie. Because
they're good people. But yeah, I think that we'll leave that as the mystery to end our what's new this week, which took up most of our episode. But we still got some headlines to talk about, so we're gonna hop over into our quick little headline segment. So join us, won't you? Welcome to our headline segment. We are here to talk about some of the topical topics, get some interesting goings on in the world of East Asian pop culture. And we're going to just get started. Some of the things that's going on. Jessica H.O. auditions for Bad Girls Club on Unpretty Rapstar, tries to ruin career again. Asian Junkie headline that we so love. Jessica or Jessi, who some may know as from being on Lucky J, being part of Lucky J now, or some may just know as being friends with Tiffany from Girls' Generation. Whatever she's calling her. They went off on a teaser that Mnet released and was subsequently subbed for Unpretty Rapstar. And was kind of dumb. She kind of went because Homegirl is a kid from America. She's so she's on this reality show. She decides, I'm gonna be an American reality show girl, and I'm gonna go on a tantrum. Meanwhile, first off, she starts off with a slightly more original version of "I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to win." Mm-hmm. She kind of words it differently, but it's like she's 10 years up in from the bottom. Who are you to judge me? And literally, and then she goes off this freestyle. She goes on this freestyle diss rap. And literally nobody takes her seriously. And kind of just laugh in her face. Or about to laugh in her face. They don't actually laugh, but it's like, including Timey, who gives this great face at her. Nobody took her seriously. She comes out with this extremely weak freestyle that just threatened to slap people with these fake little slaps. Thinking like she's on Bad Girls Club.
Very gag comedy, yeah. Very gag style slaps too.
Yeah, it's like as soon as she's on Gag Con, it's like, oh honey. No.
Yeah.
That's no.
You really have to watch that before the show comes out. Yeah. At least the audition parts, because that's what'll get you. That's what'll give you enough information on this. Yeah. Should I go off now or should I wait?
I think it's safe to go off now.
Okay. So, all right, here we go. Right. So, we've been talking about this show coming up and what it's going to be and how it's going to be portrayed or whatever. I feel slightly a little bit better than I initially did in our first kind of understandings of this. I may have fucking pulled my pants down and just straight out shit on it. I'm not forgiving of that. I still feel that this is going to be a really fucking handholdy kind of bullshit thing, because this whole setup looks like they're sitting in motherfucking group therapy, and you got fucking Sonny's ass over there sitting there looking like the therapist, and I fucking love Sonny.
Yeah,
don't get me wrong, I love Sonny, and I even have some respect for some of the girls who are there, in that respect or whatever. But then at the same time, this is definitely fucking TV for TV. No two ways about it. Or whatever. And I feel like at this point, this is going to really, 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 unless these girls stand up and show the fuck out, which I'm hoping they fucking do, except for fucking this fucking cracker.
This chunga.
I'm really hoping the girls who are exceptional, who are here, there are some girls who are there who have fucking skill or whatever, and I'm hoping they show the fuck out, and I'm hoping they show their ass, and I'm hoping they come here and put more legitimacy into this project than the people who created this fucking project, cause fuck them. To that point. And if Sonny had some creative hands in it, bro, come the fuck on.
Yeah.
This is bordering on the lines of disrespectful. I'm just really, really, because it to me is let's hold their hand kind of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And like walk them through being gangster and fucking letting somebody like fucking like this shit would not. I mean, like this would have flied on Show Me the Money, and it would have been funny. But at the same time, I'm just really kind of. I still don't know how I'm supposed to feel about this. I still don't know if this is one of those things where it's like I got respect for the girls, but I don't have respect for the process.
Yeah.
You know, or what the situation is. And we've talked it to death about, yeah, you could have got this person, you could have got that person, you could have got this person, but you really couldn't have. You know what I'm saying? We gave those lists of people that we're like, if you could have got, but no, these are the girls who are up and coming. These are the girls who are struggling to make that next step and you know, show themselves as rap artists, because that's what some of them want to be, and that's what some of them want to be respected as. Now, going into it, we've gotten a chance to kind of see some of the other girls who are going to be in this, and I'll let Petey take it from there, and then I'll continue my rant.
Yeah, so it was interesting. This girl, and we could talk about who could have been there, and actually, I think there are people that they could have included that they probably would have been able to get on the show, but like I think Casper could have been a good option. She's out there, she's making noise, she's has some connections, and she's certainly a better rapper than Homegirl over here. But yeah, we got some teasers, and kind of like a little mini peek into kind of the battle rap stuff, like the matchups. We had Jimin versus Yujigdam. We had Cheetah versus Jessi. Cheetah wins. We have Timey versus Jolly V. And we had.
I love how you just get it through. Cheetah wins.
Because we're gonna talk about somebody actually started posting stuff from these artists that they've done before, which is really cool. Somebody on our K-pop, who I appreciate very much, has putting up some stuff that done previously, which I'll talk about in a second. But these like little short clips of like kind of their styles, showcase their maybe take a peek. What did you think of kind of the teasers? Did these?
The teasers made the show look a lot more respectable than the show is going to be. Also, I really feel like this didn't show off Jolly very well, because she's just fucking cursing and yelling, which is kind of part of her style. But I will tell you, Jolly is a little bit better than what they show it in that teaser clip. Cheetah wins. I feel bad for Yuk Jidan because she's good. She's not battle good. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's the type of person, if you give her the time and the effort, she'll come out with something nice. You kind of throw her on the spot and she gets lost.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you kind of throw her under the lights really quick and she gets lost. I don't know how the girl from AOA is with something like that.
Yeah. I mean, she hasn't had a real chance to check out, like, showcase her as a rapper. She's at times either been just the rapper in an idol group, which doesn't, you don't really get a chance to showcase yourself in that context, or just a guitarist, because there's the two versions of AOA. So, and in this instance, I don't know if necessarily, we saw that she did okay in that little tiny clip. That doesn't tell you a whole lot, because it's a very tiny clip, but she seemed to be able to keep a pace and a flow, and honestly, it was a little bit more coherent and had a better flow than Jessi did in that, whatever the hell that was. And if she can, we'll have to see. I would love for her, just as the one that is obviously going to be like, completely, kind of like completely expected, underestimated idea. Or just kind of ruled out probably from the beginning as being the idol. If she kind of like, actually, this is how I do it, and actually like impresses, that would be really cool. I don't know if I necessarily believe that's going to happen, but it'd be cool. I would love to see people that are counted out, prove people wrong I think in general, when that happens. So, but we're gonna have to see.
Here's my other just kind of fucking thing with Jessi, and this is my problem with a lot of just American kids in general when they kind of are in the rap, have the skill to do rap. They way too much go for the boasting bullshit. Jessi has skill under all that boasting. You know what I'm saying? Like, she has some tinges of skill under all that boasting, but she feels like she has to boast.
Yeah. I understand that. I understand that. I think I was okay with her saying, her kind of, her pumping her chest out and saying, you know, trying to make a big impression. My main problem is if you're going to come at the group and challenge and kind of, you know, pump your chest out and say, here I am, I'm the baddest. Don't come at them with such weak shit. Like, come at them proper, not with that little limp bullshit that she put together, that, wasn't freestyle. She wrote it in ahead of time, thinking, all right, I'm going to do this thing where I'm very like confrontational and I pretend to slap them and I'll be like, whoa, that'll put me right on there on the map, because that's what you do on a reality show, because of course she's thinking of reality shows. She's thinking of, starting fights and, again, like Asian Junkie said, she's auditioning for Bad Girls Club, but yeah, I mean, I'm okay with the boasting. You just, if you're gonna talk shit, come proper. Like, just come with something proper. At least, but yeah, like I said, some really cool, like, little things and I shared them with you that people posted on our K-pop. Lil Cham, her song, WMA, or Dangerous, which was a very cool little showcase, something that she had, a previous music video under Factory Boy Production. And it was actually kind of an interesting look into her style in a studio setting. It was interesting. She seems to have a really cool, like, flow and attitude. I don't know if it's the best thing in the world, but it was interesting. It was a cool, like, song and video. What did you think, and what was your impression? Have you heard of Lil Cham before?
I haven't heard of Lil Cham before. As I did the other ones, like, because I got into a lot of it, like, trying to, just follow Korean hip hop in general. But Lil Cham wasn't somebody I heard of. So, like I said, I've heard of some of the other girls before because they've been in a lot of cypher videos that I've done in my what you're listening to and stuff like that. So, Lil Cham just is somebody that hasn't come across me. She might have been in shit that I've listened to, but I've just never paid attention. But I thought this was very okay.
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot of bad I could say about it, but there wasn't too much praise I could give to it.
Yeah. I mean, it was a good song. Verbal Gent contributes fairly well into the song. I don't know what your boy, what's his face? Bobby Sims. Goddamn, what's his face that he was on Tough Cookie?
What Mills?
Sims, Mills, Don Mills,
maybe,
yeah,
Don Mills,
yeah,
it's Don Mills,
yeah, Don Mills. I don't know what he's doing there, but he's not in the song. But Verbal Gent and Jungkook were in the song, and they've contributed well, and it was good contributors. But yeah, it was very okay. It was a good song, not great, but it was interesting insight into what she's gonna bring into to the table when she comes on. And then we also had Cheetah and her cover of Monster that they posted, and that one was okay. I think she did a good job of vocalizing and mouthing like she's Nicki Minaj. But I don't know if this necessarily told me what she can do herself. I mean, she was competent at this, but I don't know if this necessarily told me exactly what it would want to know as far as like what she can do as a rapper herself. I don't know. What was your impression of this? Cheetah.
She's been in some ciphers that I've seen before, which are a way better showcase of her.
Yeah. So
what that was. That was bad. That was just in generally bad. Like I would have this one right here. She was in this one that I've put on the show before. She's at like the tail end.
Yeah. Yes,
and she was in this, and we gave her a lot of praise for holding herself in this with with the guys and stuff like that, and just saying that we may have praised her as saying she holds her own with the guys, but it was a praise in a sense of like she would have stood out against anybody else, but she flowed really well. She matched everybody else's pacing and stuff, and it was just really fun. And she was fun to listen to. So, yeah. No, she's in the middle. She's in the middle. Go to like 120.
Okay, 120. Cheetah. And she showcases a little. Yeah, and she does a little bit better job here. So, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I'm actually looking forward to checking out how I'm going to wait till the show comes out. I think we'll have to, it's gonna. I was going to say that it's probably not going to be a great show, but there's probably going to be some good stuff and material that comes out of it. Like, there's probably going to be gold in them, their hills. It's just those hills might be smell a little. But yeah, we'll have reports on Unpretty Rapstar as it happens, because we're going to definitely check it out. But speaking of hip hop, Zico tells Bobby he's going to have to go a lot more showerless days to pass him. This is a beautiful thing.
Like, this is one of those things, right, where you only wish this would possibly happen because of what it would essentially lead to if this was two up-and-coming American hip-hop kids, right? If this was two up-and-coming American hip-hop kids and somebody said something about the other one, now you get into beef territory. Now you get into diss track territory. Now you get into that. You know what I'm saying? Like, now you get into the verbal boxing.
Yeah.
And I don't think we're going to get that.
No.
But I want to be so excited that we could possibly get that. Oh.
I mean, we've gotten several diss tracks on Bobby, for sure, that are floating around. Y'all check it out. But Zico, so hip hop legend Bobby must go many more showerless days to acquire the requisite hip hop cred to surpass Zico in the rap genre, according to Zico. So he was asked in an interview. He was asked about Bobby, who pointed out that Zico has Bobby pointed out, and rightfully so, Zico is a mountain to leap over. Zico commented, and I love this because it's like shade sandwich with a whole lot of like coating of compliments around it, but it's that beefy shade in the middle. But let's talk about this. Bobby is really good, so I'm honored that he thinks of me that way. I got to know him after Show Me the Money ended, and we exchanged contact information. He then messaged me through Kakao Talk, Hyung, you're the mountain that I must climb over. So I messaged back saying, this mountain has no place to rest nor a mineral spring. You have to climb up no matter what. So it's probably going to be a hard climb. Bobby is probably going to do even better from now on because he is very talented. He is motivating me as well. Compliment? Shade! Compliment. Because basically he says, you're naked in the middle of this. I love the other versions that they provided. It's like, you're naked in the middle of the Sahara Desert with cocaine in your asshole, and I'm the city 500 miles away. It's going to be a tough road. Or you're stuck in Antarctica and the land of your day. 12 dog sleds have died. I'm meditating under an ice hundreds of miles away. Good luck. It's like, or rolling on the floor laughing my ass off. And the compliments of before and after just set it up. It's like, this is a beautiful shade. Well, what did you think, Kaz?
It's one of those things, right? Where, like, all right, so you go back to Show Me the Money, right? And Zico is friends with Otelli. Otelli on the show, for a good portion of the show, kept saying, the YG baby shouldn't be here. Speaking about Bobby and BI or whatever, right? And any chance he got, thrown out little disses at Bobby and BI. Then you get to the like staging portion where they had to throw together their performances and shit like that. As everybody know, when everyone got to choose where they were gonna go, Bobby chose to go to Illionaire. Otelli chose to go to YG. Right? So you come around at that point, and there is a portion where they're setting up their stages, and see, this all harps back to me as coming full circle, right? Like everything for me comes full circle. That's how I view the world, right? So at a certain point, Otelli does a remix of a GD song, which I can't remember which one it is, and special guest comes out. Zico, right? Then Bobby does his stage, fucking kills it. And then they ask Bobby after, like, didn't you hear that he was gonna bring somebody? And what was your response? Or whatever. And Bobby's like, whatever. And they're like, no. Your response was, oh, I don't care who he bring. He could go ahead and call Zico for all I care because I know they boys. I'm still going to blow them both out the water. So I think, you take that full circle to, like, now Zico's like, oh, yeah, bitch. Huh? Bitch. You ain't doing shit. But then everyone remembers Tough Cookie, as they said in this article. And you go, I was with you for a moment, like, and then Tough Cookie came up in my head,
Buffalo.
I might give it to Bobby.
I don't know if it said that, but yeah, they both have some silliness to brush off of them. But yeah, you gotta love this, like, quality shade being thrown around, and that's what hip hop is about. Not insulting; it's about challenging. It's about challenging each other to be better. Like, that's what hip hop is about. It's not about high fiving each other. God damn it, Bobby! It's not about not showering. It's about always striving, it's always working hard, perfecting your craft and challenging each other to be better.
Yeah.
But yeah, gotta throw out that shade. All right, so last little headline. Looking for those
tracks now.
Last little headline is we finally get some info on Japan Night. Japan Night showcase to celebrate 20 years at South by Southwest 2015. We finally have some info on Japan Night, which I'm going to be at. Woo! This year marks the 20th anniversary of Japan Night, an annual showcase bringing artists from all corners of Japan to Austin. It has been the South by Southwest fixture since 1996, which is awesome, and has featured big-name Japanese acts such as Bonnie Pink, The Pillows, and Chatmonchy. This is an event that has been attended year in, year out by our friend, and podcasting extraordinaire and the guy we admire, Vincent 44, aka Roberto Villegas. And something we've talked about on the show. We've had him on to talk about Japan Night. We finally got some of the artists that are going to be on there, and I have no idea who these artists are. And you know what? That has me excited because I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna check out a bunch of really cool, interesting artists that I've never had a chance to hear before. I'm gonna probably listen to some of the stuff before, but I'm gonna go there kind of not knowing what to expect, and I'm kind of excited about it. I'm just gonna see some really cool, interesting live music because Japan Night generally has always been indie artists and really cool artists from different genres that have a lot of really creativity, have a lot of the creativity and lot of really cool ideas. So here's some of the artists. So Mumun, The Fin, Quorum, Sushi Madmire, Pirates Canoe, Samurai Dynamites,
which I think I may have heard of. I think it's a rock band.
Mahou Sojo ni Naritai will perform this on Friday, March 20th, as tradition, last Friday of South by, at the Elysium. So some of these artists, it's going to be interesting. I'm excited for Japan.
And they kind of put the whole kind of like the bar crawl of like if you want to just keep seeing these groups night after night down at the bottom. So like if you go over to this Tokyo Hive article, look at the 20th century. God, I said 20th century. The 20th anniversary kind of listing for these. You can see where most of these groups are going to be performing over that week.
Yeah, so they're going to be, it's really cool because there's going to be the South by Southwest event, and I imagine there's going to be some really cool like parties like there were last year, like we talked about with Roberto last year. So there's going to be some really cool hangouts and parties going around Japan Night, and not just a showcase, but and we'll look forward to that. But they also are going to have a tour. So if you're thinking, well, I'm not going to be in Austin for South by Southwest, but man, these, seeing these artists would be a really cool thing to do. Well, they're actually going to go on tour because they're flying all the way over here. You might as well make it worth it. They're not just going to come in for one night and go back. The fucking, if you can see the flight costs to go from, East Asia to here, you might as well hang around and do some more shows, make some money. But so they're going to be in Chicago at the Double Door on that following Sunday, on the 22nd, in Columbus, Ohio at Ruby Tuesday.
Ruby Tuesdays, get them steaks.
Yep. They're going to be at the Knitting Factory in New York.
Get a sweater? I don't know what the Knitting Factory
I don't know. I think it's just a really cool little rock club. It's New York. They always name these shits like some like. You've been to Arlene's Grocery, haven't you? There's no groceries at Arlene's Grocery. No, you go off of Bleecker. You go past where you hang around where CBGB's used to be. Down Bleecker. You turn some roads and Arlene's Grocery. But then they go on to Athens, Georgia, Denver, Colorado. They're going to be in LA at the Bootleg Hi-Fi, San Diego. We're gonna have to make Curly go to that one. Tell him go to this thing, and then San Francisco wraps it up. So this is gonna be a really cool tour. Apparently Bo Beep joins them for some of these dates, not South by. So which I think I know Bo Beep. I know a song by Bo Beep.
I was for a half second hoping that Chicago one coincided with another trip that we're taking to Chicago, and I was like,
one week.
"Fuck no!" I was like, "No, it's the month before."
Yeah.
So that was, like if that happened to be within that same time period, I was gonna be like,
like 2 months before. Yeah,
that's gonna be our day trip into Greater Chicago. Would have been to go to this thing. Yeah.
But no, turned out no. Oh, we're gonna have to figure out something else. But yeah, this is really cool and exciting. I'm really excited for this South by trip. Like, this is gonna be a lot of fun. I'm gonna see what the taping policies are in this thing, because I've got the GoPro. I just bought a GoPro.
Look, this is how you do things, right? You ask once way ahead of time, and then because that's the time they're probably going to tell you maybe, and then you go, "Hey, they said maybe," and then you never ask again, and you just do it anyway.
Yeah.
And you go, "I got a maybe. I got a fucking maybe."
So I got me a GoPro. I got me a monopod. I got me two types of monopod with a handle on the top and a handle on the bottom.
I'm just letting you know, you may have to take a hat you don't love. Fucking create a little apparatus. Because those GoPros can see out of really small holes, just so you know. You'd be like, what?
I'm just saying, I'm gonna try. If all goes well, we're gonna get some
Zoom.
really nice high definition fan cams of Crayon Pop.
Why is that guy looking at his phone so weird, like trying to control his GoPro? Okay.
But yeah, it's gonna be a fun weekend. So everyone, subscribe if you're not already. Subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Definitely.
I'm gonna put some videos. But yeah, look forward to that. But that's it. That's it for another episode of Hallyujuku. Let's do our ending spiel, our takeaway. If this is the A through K podcast, the takeaway. Kaz, what do you got going on in the world?
I was taking a break from working on shit because everyone was at PAX that I was going to ask to help me with things, but now that's over. So it's back to working on things. Been playing a lot of video games, a lot of League of Legends because it's a new season.
Yes,
it's a terrible hobby. Other than that, just real life things, finding a new job, trying to stay above water, as they say, and Biatch, I'm Riatch.
Yes. You can follow him at King Kaz. You can follow me at Petey Rape. Follow the show at Hallyujuku. It's spelled right there down the bottom of the video. kpoppodcast.com. Hallyujuku.com if you remember that. Subscribe to the YouTube. youtube.com/rebellytv if you're not already over there.
I know a lot of people always go like with that spiel where they're more podcast induced than video induced, but they do video things. Then they go, we're gonna do more things on this YouTube channel. Like we're gonna start reaching out to you YouTube folks. No, like legitimately, we're gonna start doing more things.
Yeah. I got a GoPro. I got a GoPro, and I kind of know how to use it.
There's going to be all kind of things. Maybe some little more snippet things from me and Petey. Maybe some like straight up drama watches, some adventures. Definitely more recording at con stuff. I think from now on, hard set rule, because I set it in audio and video format. Like when we go to a con, there's going to always be a dedicated video of us going to the K-pop booth. Yeah. From now on. Yes. And just kind of just other little snippety things, because that's what's always fun on YouTube. Little bite-sized things that you can have. Some kimchi, some kimbap, some little side dishes for you.
Some content. But yeah, follow all the things. Like, subscribe. That's it.
And keep listening, and just keep enjoying. Go out, listen to some new music. Go watch episode 8 of fucking No Mercy over at 1TheK.
Yes. But that's it. Until next time.
That cross-promotion, trying to get that money.
Hasta los huevos.